Trong buổi ra mắt, luật sư Sydney Strait đã gác lại nhiều năm xung đột với cha của cô là Elijah để gia nhập công ty quyền dân sự huyền thoại của ông và tiếp nhận một công ty hóa chất chứa thành phần có thể gây ung thư. Ngay sau đó, Sydney phải đối mặt với một bí mật mà Elijah đã giữ kín, có thể thay đổi mọi thứ. BLUFF City Law, chương trình truyền hình vào mỗi thứ Hai trên đài NBC sẽ ra mắt vào ngày 23 tháng 9. Derek Zegami xin hãy dẫn chúng tôi đến Boston Film Festival.
Welcome back to Hollywood First Look Features. I'm Derek Zegami here at the Boston Film Festival for the advanced screening of the new NBC show, BLUFF City Law. Let's take a first look.
Everyone likes to talk about how this kind of work is rewarding, but if you lose, it destroys you.
How much did Amerifarm pay you to study the... Sustained. Do you have any relevant questions? Just one, Your Honor. How much is Amerifarm paying you?
That girl grew up with a hero for a father.
I want you to come back to the firm, Sid. I want you fighting for what's right.
We need to see the files on the case.
Cowboy still loves you.
That's how you saw that.
Did you break his heart?
You broke his heart. You work for these companies. You know how they think. How would you win this case?
Do we want to settle or do we want to win?
She's been here 2 hours and already she's up into 2 years worth of work.
We're total opposite. You're conservative. I wage war.
Our differences could be our strength.
You can't just silence the truth. I want the order.
This report for review.
That was brilliance in there.
This is BLUFF City Law. This is NBC's new legal drama. Premieres in 2 days.
Are you ready for it?
I'm not really. I mean, I haven't been a part of something that's this big before, so to anticipate it is one thing, but then once we're actually experiencing it in Memphis with everybody watching, it's
going to be next level. So I saw the trailer, and I like your attitude and the flair that you give in the show. Talk about your character and what you bring to the show.
I play Anthony Little, who's one of the lawyers at Straight & Associates, which is the main law firm in the show. Anthony is, to me, he's a really strong character. He's very, I think of him as a tenacious person, but also very, very giving and very, very connected with the city. He's from Memphis. He was a former officer. He's a father of 3 girls. He's a lot of things that I aspire to be, but yeah, he's a really strong person.
So what would you tell people to tune in, and why should they watch the show, on NBC? What's that one thing you want them to walk away with?
I think that when you watch law shows or cop shows or stuff like that, I feel like there's something that's very expected. And for this show in particular, specifically because it's shot in Memphis, it has that character, it has that different flair than other shows would. I feel like it's not something that people would expect.
This show is so of this moment in time. It's going to remind people that most people are good, that when you fight for the right thing, you're going to feel better about being a human being. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to feel hopeful, and you're going to remember that most people are good. It is such a good show. I want the viewers to know that Della is a passionate, loving, funny, salt of the earth, she has not a lot of style in her talk person. And it's someone that you want to hang out with. And if you have a problem you want to talk to, and if you need a laugh and a bourbon, you're going to go to.
I just said to my aunt who was here, she was like, I think the last time that I saw you was when you were performing Chicago in senior of high school. And I was like, that's bananas.
And now you're on NBC.
I know. Lead of a freaking show. It's crazy.
So talk to me about this TV show, because, your energy, you show power. You show women power. You show that, you can do anything. Talk about that.
Yes. I mean, that's so much of the reason why I took this part and why I wanted to do this show is I think it's so important to push the narrative of what women are and what we can be in the world, and being bosses is part of that. Unapologetically ourselves. And she's incredibly good at her job, and she stands up for the little guy, and she takes no prisoners, and that's the type of woman that I want to see.
You're so unfiltered, and you say what you want to say in it. So talk to me what you want the viewers to walk away with your character, with the show, leading the show.
I think with my character in particular, I hope that they know that she has an incredibly enormous heart. behind that brick wall is a heart of gold, and all she wants is to help people. That is all she wants at the end of the day. Sometimes she's not the most tactful about it. She's pretty fiery when it comes to her delivery, but I think the show in general, all we want is for the viewers to walk away with a little more hope and a little more inspiration, because ultimately the world can be a really sad place, and we want to stand up for the little guy and make sure that they get their day in court.
Love it. So talk to me, about working with the cast, because you guys have such an amazing cast.
Oh my God, I love them so much. Have you met Michael and Jane yet? They're the dreamiest people. They're so dreamy and so fashion forward. I know, Michael looks so cute in his little button up. Yeah, I think honestly we hit the jackpot, because there are no jerks among us, and that rarely happens, to be perfectly frank. Like, we genuinely get along, and when we first met, we all were sort of at camp, We were shooting this pilot in Memphis. None of us lived there, so all of us were away from our homes, so we had dinner together, and we went to museums together, and we went to the garden together. Like, we did all these things that were sort of integral to what the family was. Yeah, we bonded early, which is very cool, and it shows on screen.
Well, you're happy to be back here in Boston, your hometown. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. I've missed being home. I only get to be here for like 2 seconds and then I leave, so.
Go back to work. Keep filming.
I do. I go back to work literally 4 a.m. Monday, so I'm here for 2 seconds to kiss my family, show the show, and then head back to work.
That's your first look at BLUFF City Law. Thank you so much for watching Hollywood First Look Features. I'm Derek Zegami, and I'll see you next time.
I hold the family's future in my hands.
How do you handle the pressure when winning or losing means everything?
I can teach you how to channel all of this passion that you have. Get back in the fight, Sydney. Because in case you haven't noticed, the world's running out of heroes.
Out there, the fight may be fixed, but in here, we get to say what kind of world we want this to be.
To new beginnings.
And to family.
Family.
Cassandra Martinez with Hollywood First Look Features, and we're at the LA premiere of Transparent's Musicali finale. We're talking to the cast and the crew. Let's take a first look.
Hello?
Maura's dead.
We Jews got a painful history.
Our parent just died.
There are no words. There are no words. There are no words. There are no words. There are no words.
Yeah, sounds like there's a lot of words.
And we say never to forget the pain, never to forget the shame. So our songs, they always sound the same.
Oh my God. What is it going to be like now that she's not here?
Are you making a play about our family right now?
There's one of you, and one of you, and one of me. She's lost her mind.
Well, I just feel so lucky that Amazon found a way to let us come back here and just blast it out of the park with this insane musical that will give people kind of a new reason to fall in love with the Peppermints. A lot of people who've been through what we've been through are sort of like coming to a close, and they have to like say goodbye, and they have to like say goodbye with their tail between their legs, and we get to say goodbye with a huge celebration.
How do you think society has changed since Transparent because of Transparent?
I think we were at the forefront of a colossal shift, a paradigm shift, really, that was coming and was going to happen. But I think that Transparent gave language and feeling and an easy access to it for a lot of people that wouldn't have otherwise had it.
With that being said, I mean, there have been a lot of people that are extremely touched by the stories told. Has there been someone that's come up to you and like just made you cry?
Countless people. I was saying to my husband recently that I feel like that's the thing I'm going to miss the most, other than my dear friends. That I grew up in New York. I'm a New Yorker, so I really like interacting with strangers. I love it, actually. And having that component, I mean, I cannot tell you how many people I've had like throw their arms around me, and I've had like beautiful, meaningful, intimate conversations with because of this show. It's an extraordinary experience, yeah.
I got a message from a transgender human who's from a country where what we are is not only illegal, but it's punishable by death. And they wrote me and said, thank you, not just to me, but to all of us. Thank you for being seen, thank you for being visible, thank you for being joyful, thank you for showing us your life. So the fact that there are people living in the corners of the world that have no escape, have no portal, have no way to dialogue with each other, can find us because of this show means everything.
I wasn't really an actor before this TV show, so I kind of like became an actor and then also got an acting career out of it. It was pretty incredible.
Has there been a certain moment where someone's come up to you and said, like, thank you so much for being part of this?
Yeah, that is a regular experience being a part of this show. I've had people come up and literally tell me that a person in their family is still alive because of this show. It's been amazing that Jill set out to, change the world, make it a safer place for, trans people, and I feel like it's happened.
What can you tell us about the Musical.ly finale? That's correct, right?
Well, I will say that the television show Transparent has transitioned, if you will, into a musical. That's all I'll say for now.
Oh, people are wildly moved by it. They love it. They treasure it, which is very important to me.
When you first signed on to work on this project, what was something that surprised you along the way that you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting that to happen?
Jill's way of working is so distinct and so unusual and so freeing that I wasn't quite expecting that, or the availability. I don't like to see actors improv a lot, but I think we always had a script, we always had lines, but with this, there was also an availability to improv, throw things out. And what was so great about Jill is that they made sure that within the construct of that, we were always staying within character. And that was very important.
How have you changed as an actor, as a human, just working on the show?
I'm freer. I'm less uptight when I work. I'm less in my head. I'm more in my heart, in my gut. I'm more connected to everybody else in the show than I am thinking about myself. It's been quite an evolution.
Transparent's Musical.ly finale premieres on September 27th on Amazon Prime. I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look Features.
I decided to find Raquel.
I'm a sex and love addict. It's like you're trying to kill me.
I'm actually thinking about becoming a rabbi.
Maura is not replaceable.
I know it hurts, and I know it's hard, but you have to face it.
I slept with like half the women upstairs.
No, you slept with more than half.
Is it weird that death makes you horny?
No.
Giờ đây quý vị có thể thưởng thức nhiều phim, TV bất cứ nơi nào, bất cứ lúc nào và đặc biệt là toàn những nội dung từ người Mỹ da màu trên streaming service mới toanh có tên là BLUFF. Những nhà làm phim yêu thích của Hollywood từ Martin đến series độc quyền First Wives Club và Bigger. Weekend này quý vị đã có plan chưa? Nếu chưa thì phóng viên Quinn Marie sẽ dẫn chúng ta đến tiệc ra mắt launch party của BLUFF.
Hey guys, I'm Quinn Marie with Hollywood First Look Features. We're here for the BET Plus launch party red carpet. We're going to be talking to the stars of First Wives Club and Bigger. Let's take a first look.
First Wives Club is kind of a reboot of the classic movie. I love that movie. So when I got a call about First Wives, I was like, absolutely, I want to be a part of this in any capacity. And this version is similar in the sense that it's 3 women discovering themselves and their power and their beauty and why they matter.
Tracy's really good at female stories.
And so she was like, here's this world of women who are getting lost in the sauce of everyday life and what that means to them, which is like timeless. And so I just like showed up and put my stake on it. Like I know a lot of my friends are overwhelmed moms. I know a lot of people that have been with their college sweetheart and they've cheated on each other, which is what happens to me in the show. And it's just like, how do you come back? Do you throw a relationship away? Do you work on it? It's embarrassing to talk about stuff that happens in your life that isn't good all the time. And that's what Instagram is right now. So I think that's the modern take. It's just like, how do we live IRL? Instead of like, you know, there's an ensemble cast and you have one funny person or one black woman, the great thing about First Wives Club is like, wow, we all come to the table with so many different gifts, and it's crazy fun.
It is created by a woman, and it's all written and directed by women too, right?
That was amazing. The fact that every episode was directed by a woman was dope. Because women are boss, you know? They're gonna run the company, they're gonna show up with their period, they're gonna look good, you know, they're gonna make sure everybody's fed well and taken care of. So it felt like truly like rainbows and unicorns every day.
I play Gary Washington. Gary is married to Michelle Buteau's character, Bree. And they're in an interesting little, you know, area of their marriage. Gary's cheated. And yeah, he's trying his damnedest to win his wife back, win his family back. And so we get to watch him kind of go on a journey throughout the first 9 episodes of the series.
So I play a politician, David Montgomery. He is one of those husbands who thinks he's doing a great job, but unbeknownst to him, he's not doing a great job, at least not at home.
Common, that's interesting.
Yeah, because he actually, yeah. He is a legitimately hard worker as a politician who is I don't know if there's any good politicians, but he's honestly trying to do things right for the people, but he's giving all his time to politics and not enough time to family. And I made a remark with another interview mentioning that, you know, even in interviews with Michelle Obama, she mentions how Barack, even though he's a wonderful husband, of course, there were a lot of times where his work didn't allow for him to be the best husband he needed to be and wanted to be. And I think there's a lot of similarities between a situation like that and my character.
Ari is a woman who has sort of put her career, which is a high-powered career as a New York attorney at one of those amazing corporate law firms, and she's put it on hold because her husband has a dream of becoming a politician. And so she is now running his campaign. So when we meet her, they are in the throes of running the campaign, and she is a very type A personality, and what Ari puts her mind to, she will do. She is loyal to a fault, but speaking of faults, we start to see the fault lines a little bit more in her life and her marriage as the show goes on.
And you guys have worked together. Have you seen the series?
I have seen the first 4 episodes of the series. Very proud. My wife's very funny. And like her funny gets like clamped down a lot, so now she got a chance to let it out and show the world. The camaraderie and the chemistry between the 3 women is absolutely wonderful. The husbands are also very good, speaking as a husband. It's called the First Wives Club because they have husbands, and they're great. I'm proud. I'm really, really excited for the world to get a chance to see Ride Do Her Thing. You're welcome.
These loud, ignorant black people are my best friends from college.
It's not about you. It's not about, it's not.
These are the best friends a girl could have. But right now, I just need them to shut up!
She is just full of wonder and excitement. She's hit a very rough patch in her life where she's trying to figure out what she wants. She's in her mid-30s, just like me. And oftentimes the world has told you that everything will be figured out by the time you're in your mid-30s. Surprise, it's not for a lot of us, and for her it's not. And then this guy she's been dating for a year proposes to her, and it's like, what do I do now? So she kind of like blows her life up, and you know, it's really fun to watch. All the characters in this show kind of have like strong personalities, and they're all very diverse. How would you describe your character?
If a pop rock were a person, that would be Tracy David. we grown now, or at least we're trying to be grown, and we're trying to be self-sufficient. And when you're in your 20s, you think you're grown and you really don't know how dumb you are. And you know, you're holding on to your youthfulness while you're trying to age, and there comes a point where you just kind of need to hit that equilibrium and be good with who you are as this adult who is aging, and also maintain a level of youthfulness that makes you still feel good about yourself. And I think that's the balance that Tracy is trying to find also.
God, it was so amazing to work with all of them because everybody had different ways. Like me and Tanisha, that's who Reggie plays with. But she had a very easy motor all the time, so it was very easy to just bounce back and forth. And then I'm on First Wives Clubs as well. Yeah, so I'm Wesley on First Wives Club, and I play the long-lost love of his wife. And I come back to take her. So it's two different shows, two different guys. Reggie's the crazy, I'm gonna take your woman, and then Wesley's the nice, I love you, can we be together?
Man, that's great for you because then you get to play everybody. You get a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
Did you find that you had things in common with your character then?
Absolutely. Vince is a DJ. I produce music as well, but also just that part of having to let go of something from your past that may have made you successful before is no longer working. And so he's got to retool that for himself and just figure things out so he can move on and move into a better place.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't miss First Wives Club and Bigger, streaming now on BET+. I'm Quinn Marie, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look Features.
And that's a wrap. Và phần phỏng vấn vừa rồi cũng đã khép lại chương trình ngày hôm nay của chúng ta. Đừng quên follow Hollywood First Look Features trên YouTube, Facebook và Instagram nếu quý vị muốn được cập nhật các tin tức mới nhất từ showbiz. Hollywood First Look Features sẽ được phát hình 2 ngày cuối tuần, thứ Sáu và thứ Bảy. Tinodin xin được hẹn gặp lại quý vị vào ngày mai.
There are people looking for you.
Go faster! Whoa! You can do magic? This is amazing!
This is impossible! I wish Dad were here to see this.
Yeah, Ma. Beijing is great. Oh, Peng is, Peng's fine.
They're gaining on us!
Was this your dad's violin? My dad used to play for me every night. Like he was telling me that no matter how hard the journey gets, never give up. It's beautiful. You did that, Yi? I did that?
When Yi sets her mind on something, nothing is impossible.
Blueberries? Run!
I've got blueberries in places where blueberries should never be.